On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
I would assume because married men, I mean, a lot of women always want what they can't have, and a married man is kind of like, how can I say, like, like that thing you can't have but you want it. So when you get it, I guess maybe that's what they feel. I don't know. Another benefit I would think for women dating a married man, which is absurd, but would be, I guess, having all the benefits without having to deal with all of the duties of a wife. Does that make sense? I get to have all the good parts of this man without having to cater to him and wash his dirty clothes and do all this. Maybe I can have all the fun times with him without having to do that. And some women are not good in relationships, I'm assuming. So maybe they just feel like this is good enough, just a part-time boyfriend. I can't think of any other reasons.
That's
Okay, come on, man. We just gonna act like
go
it
answer
don't
the
even
question,
exist, bro. Let's keep it moving, bro.
Are men the catch?
I think that some men are the catch. I think that the problem in society today is that there is no rite of passage. There has, we don't qualify ourselves to be worthy of anything outside of just being a man. Like, we stand on that, and that's just the end of the conversation. And it don't matter how much we make. It don't matter what we do. It don't matter none of that. It don't matter if we smoke weed or not and on a job, and if we get fired from every other job. Like, none of that matters anymore. The only thing that matters is that we men. I think that men that are exceptional, or men of a certain standard, and I'm not even just talking about financially, I'm talking about when it comes to principles, when it comes to doing the right thing, when it comes to being very much the playing the role that you're supposed to play, even at a young age. Like, in order to become a great leader, nobody just comes up 22 years old and that's a CEO, unless you're doing your own startup. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn to be a great follower, right? You have to be taught. And a lot of times I even like to refer to we don't even know truly what Jesus's life was prior to he came on the scene, and he just continued to create all of this ruckus and just completely upended everything prior to. I think he was in his 30s, right? We don't know what was going on prior to that time. But my point is that you have to be groomed. You have to have a rite of passage. You have to grow up and prove yourself. And that's then the men that I would define as the catch. A lot of these guys is just being settled for. And that's why you see a lot of this complaining that's going on all across the internet, as far as guys complaining about the fact that they can't find a good woman and all of this other type of stuff. The guys that's winning, they don't have a problem finding dope women. I know guys that's winning, that's won, found dope women, and they have to turn down other dope women on a regular basis that want to be with them and rock with them, without any kind of problem. And so then you have to ask yourself the question, well, why is it so difficult for guys that are losing to find the right type of women? And the reality is just that you attract what it is that you are. So I think that guys are the catch, but I think that it's a certain demographic of guy, or a certain guy, that has proven himself to be worthy of marriage. That is the catch. And then women, to a larger extent, is the trophy.
All right. That was a bonus question. Just wanted to throw it out there. Just tuning in, welcome to Lapeef, Let's Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll move on to our next topic. But before we do, I want to ask the panel a question. Ask the ladies a question, which is, what does a good man look like to you? What does a good man look like? Start with you, Kay.
A good man looks like one who is honest, has integrity, is a good protector, provides, meets my emotional needs and things like that, is understanding, just meshes well with me. I'm like a kind of unique person, so that's important for them to just mesh with me. So to me, that's what a good man looks like. He has to have his own things going on. He can't be super insecure and projecting that all onto me. No. So Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'm missing some things, but in a nutshell, that's it.
All right. Amir, what does a good man look like to you?
A good man is a man of outstanding character. You have to have good character. You have to, um, like, I think Kay was right on a lot of things, you know, being honest, being an upstanding person. I prefer someone is who is able to be a leader. For me, that's very important for me, is that you're able to lead. So that would make a good man for me. Yeah, I think Kay pretty much had it down. I just want to add to that, a good leader and of upstanding character.
Okay. And Courtney, what does a good man look like to you?
I agree with them both.
Okay. The question that I have for the panel then is, why do some women date a married man? Why do some women date a married man? Start with you, okay?
I think there are varying reasons why a woman would date a married man. I think, are you talking about if she knows he's married?
Yeah, with her
Okay.
knowing.
So I think sometimes there are different reasons. I mean, I don't know women that date married men, but things I've seen online have ranged from, you know, it's less maintenance in terms of things that she has to do with him to, competitiveness, like feeling like maybe they're better or, whatever, which I feel like that stems from like a low self-esteem issue. But yeah, I don't know. I don't date married men, and no one that I know of personally does. So that's just what I've seen online. I'm not sure.
Okay. Courtney, why do some women date a married man?
Yeah, and I'm glad Kay specified, do they know? Because a lot of times married men don't divulge that information. A lot of married men say they're separated and they're going to get a divorce, which we always know that doesn't happen. So if we're talking in that realm, that's why sometimes women do. Um, but then other than that, I mean, they go for what they want. And sometimes a ring doesn't change what they want. They try to get you. But I don't, that's it.
Okay. What about you, Amir? Why do you feel that some women date married men?
I didn't know it was a thing, but I would assume because married men, I mean, a lot of women always want what they can't have, and a married man is kind of like, how can I say, like, like that thing you can't have, but you want it. So when you get it, I guess maybe that's what they feel. I don't know. Another benefit I would think for women dating a married man, which is absurd, but would be, I guess, having all the benefits without having to deal with all of the duties of a wife. Does that make sense? I get to have all the good parts of this man without having to cater to him and wash his dirty clothes and do all this. Maybe I can have all the fun times with him without having to do that. And some women are not good in relationships, I'm assuming. So maybe they just feel like this is good enough, just a part-time boyfriend. I can't think of any other reasons.